Flaming dog piss. Makes fucking sense, right?
Do you know what terror is?
Hello.
Do you live here?
Nobody lives here.
Real terror. How long has it been since you've been on Elm Street? Welcome to a brand new nightmare. He is the first in fear.
Will you help me? God, someone help me, please!
Second to none.
Don't let them put you to sleep.
He has no mercy and no equal.
Now no one sleeps.
Get ready. This August, your wildest dreams will come true.
How sweet, fresh meat.
A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. The Dreammaster.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? So, I'm finally back to the Elm Street slasher. The man with the killer right hook, Freddy Krueger. So, it's time to talk about Dreammaster, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, released in 1988 and directed by Steve Miner. I believe that's who directed it. Yeah. He also directed Friday the 13th Part 3. I believe it's Part 3, or might have been Part 2. I don't know, but this motherfucker has dipped his hand in almost every franchise of the big three. He directed Halloween H2O, he directed Elm Street 4, and I want to say he directed one of the Friday the 13th. So Steve Miner is no stranger to the horror genre, the big three, that's for sure. This one right here is actually my personal favorite out of the Elm Street films. You know, it's pretty much my most frequently watched sequel out of the franchise, besides Dream Warriors and besides Freddy's Dead, which is another one that I'll be doing a defense review for my good friend Daniel Patrick at some point when I get to it, because a lot of people hate on Freddy's Dead so much, but I don't believe it garners and deserves all the hate that it gets. You know, it's just not that bad of a film. People over critique that and judge it way too harshly than it deserves. But anyways, moving on to Elm Street 4, Dreammaster. The main thing that I want to bring up about this particular entry into the franchise of Freddy fucking Krueger is the fact that it's MTV's era. It's the beginning of the MTV era of Elm Street, and what many would say the downfall of Elm Street as we knew it at that point. You know, hold on a second. So anyways, like I was saying, a lot of people like to say this is the catalyst that ended Freddy Krueger as we knew him from the beginning of the films. And I gotta disagree with that. I don't believe it is. Because Elm Street 4 is still a pretty solid sequel. It's still pretty damn good. It's still pretty fucking entertaining. Even after all these years, it still holds up as far as I'm concerned. Because you have what's left of the Elm Street kids from Dream Warriors and what's left of the Dream Warriors themselves. Joey Kincaid and Kristen, who Kristen has been replaced by Tuesday Night, plays her in this instead of Patricia Arquette from Part 3. But Tuesday Night does a damn good job, and she also supplies the soundtrack of this movie. The opening credits of this film features her song "Running from a Nightmare," and that's a pretty badass rock, 80s anthem. If you ask me, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. This sequel has some of the best music in it since Dream Warriors, so you'll find me comparing it to that film a lot because it feels a lot alike. It's almost the same movie if you think about it, because has the same vibe and everything, but it's still different in a lot of ways. And this one also introduces a new character, Alice Johnson, played by Lisa Wilcox. And Lisa is one beautiful, stunning woman. Very fucking hot, very sexy. Still is to this day. She does not look her age. I don't even know how old she is, but she still looks fucking hot as fuck, as she did in Dreammaster and Dream Child Part 5. So Lisa ain't aged a day, if you ask me. But she plays Alice Johnson, and her brother Rick Johnson, and they live in a house with their dad because their mom died years ago from some means unknown, but her dad's a fucking asshole. He's a drunk, abusive asshole, and that seems to be a running theme in early entries of the Elm Street films, is that Nancy had an abusive alcoholic mother, um, Tina had an abusive alcoholic mother, and now Alice and Rick have an abusive, verbally abusive, not physically, but still abusive, drunk father. I don't know what the fuck his problem was, but I mean, he was just kind of a dick, you know. I actually did like him more in the one that follows this, Part 5, Dream Child. He kind of changes, he gives up to alcohol and shit and changes his life around. So I ended up liking that character better in the 5th one, but Dreammaster still has some damn good qualities in it. You know, it's got some innovative kills, some badass one-liners from Freddy, more one-liners than Dirty Harry can throw a 357 Magnum at. So, you know, what's to hate about this one? The only thing that I could say for negatives would be that they kill off Joey, Kincaid, and Kristen. You know, a little too early in the film. Well, Kristen, I guess her death was kind of done in a right way, but I don't know. I would have liked to seen her make it throughout the end of the film. You know, at least die at the end. But what's cool about Kristen in this one is that her powers that she had in Dream Warriors, she passes on to Alice. So whenever someone dies in this film, all their dream powers goes to Alice. So by the end of the film, she's accumulated everybody's fucking power. So she's one badass bitch. And they give you a pretty damn cool 80s comeback montage. There's a couple montages in there that's pretty cool, pretty fucking satisfying if you ask me. But a lot of people seem to hate it. Actually, a lot of people seem to give a lot of shit to the karate montage that Rick does in his garage. Because who doesn't like putting a bandana around your head and pretending that you're Rambo or some shit, or Uncle Jesse from Full House, and do fucking karate moves, you know, in your fucking garage to classic 80s rock. I don't got nothing against it. Shit, I do it myself frequently on the weekend. So anyways, I thought it was pretty damn cool. And yeah, Rick is basically a rip-off of Uncle Jesse from Full House, you know, but this hello baby, have mercy. You know, it's kind of the same shit. So I can see why a lot of people don't like Rick for his cheesy campiness shit, but he's a hell of a lot better than some of the characters we get in Part 5. You know, Mark, the comic geek. I'd take Rick over him any day as a popular character. You get Dan, the football jock in this, who becomes Alice's love interest towards the end of the movie. And them two face off against Freddy in the 3rd act. And the 3rd act is pretty damn satisfying. We have a badass showdown between Alice and Freddy in this cathedral church setting. It's fucking awesome. It's just cool shit. So there's really a lot of negatives I can bring up about this one. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it with saying I give Dreammaster an 8.5 out of 10. So, you know, I was going to give it a 10 out of 10, but there are certain things I didn't like about it, like the way they kill off the Dream Warriors a little too early in the film for me. Even though the deaths were satisfying, and Joey's death in that waterbed was kind of cool, but how the fuck could that bitch breathe underwater? You know, was she a fucking mermaid or something? Because I didn't see no breathing apparatus under there. And I know it's a fucking dream, so don't give me shit in the comments saying, well, dude, it's a dream, you know. Unsubscribe. No. I'm just saying, it doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. So there's some things in this that don't make no sense, and I don't know. I'll have to get into it on one day. I'll do like Lee McCoy and do a revisited series of all these films, because God knows I like to revisit some of the Friday films that I reviewed already. But anyways, yeah, that's my review of Dreammaster. And also, like I said, with the soundtrack, you get that song from Fat Boys, which was a group back in the 80s that has a song, Ready for Freddy. And also Robert Englund did a cameo in the music video of that. If you haven't never seen it, look it up on YouTube. It's pretty damn awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and get ready to do Dream Child, released in '89. That'll be my next one I do. So, oh, and by the way, I will be doing a fucking rant video about Facebook, and my friends in the one-on-one horror enthusiast group know exactly what that's about. So, get ready to hear me rant and rave and bitch about how stupid and how fucking idiotic Facebook police can be. So, anyways, it's been Savini Jason, and I will see y'all later. God bless you.
guys, this is my lawyer.
How you doing? What's up, man?
Now, Mark, the terms of your Uncle Frederick's will state that you must spend one night in his house in order to inherit his estate. Now, it is my duty as executor to ensure that you fulfill his request.
Do you mean all I have to do is spend one night here and the place is mine? No problem.
No problem? Yo, let me ask you a question. Who is this Uncle Frederick anyway?
Well, he's one part of my family we never mentioned.
I won't mention any of your family. Yeah, let's just get this gig over with. Come on.
Freddy Krueger's the name. You know my game. Elm Street's the place. You got the time. Listen to this. You'll bust a rhyme.
Fred Krueger the myth, or Fred Krueger the man. It doesn't matter cause I'm still rapping about him, understand? So sit back, Jack, I'm gonna bust the rhyme. Grab a hold of your face, it's Krueger time!
It's time for Freddy. See, I'm a popular guy. If you don't know yet, you're gonna find out why.
Man, whoa, place with Elm Street late one night. I looking like I go town, no one in sight. With a hat like a vagabond, standing like a flasher. This is the big time. Fred Krueger, King Cruiser. Trying to find a girl to fit his fancy. Not once, not twice, but 3 times dancing. All the people sleeping, snoozing and dreaming. Krueger's on the corner of Elm Street scheming. You better wake up and listen to me. Because the blaze of Freddy Krueger's hands won't miss.
Don't fall asleep. Asleep.
What I am, ready to reinvent it. The natural feelings, wait, see, not gonna stay away from the dark. Walk out, but burning the dust. 2 a.m., ready to reinvent it. The natural feelings, wait, see, not gonna stay away from the dark.
Krueger, Mom. Fred Krueger.
I'm here.
Even in part 3, the Dream Warriors failed, and Mr. Big Time Freddy Krueger prevailed. It was his proud time, I know you'll never forget what he did to the girl with the TV set. But you can't stop Freddy, cause he's cool as ice. Come right back at ya to slash and slang. Like a Jitsu blade, like a Blender Hill blitz. Fred Krueger's putting on the ring.
Young ones, old ones, your mamas too. And if you don't watch out, I'm gonna thrill you too. So my advice to you is to stay ready, cause you know who's back? Freddy. You see, my name is Freddy, and I'm here to say I'll wrap you up and take you away. I feel like you're tired and ready for bed. Don't fall asleep or you'll wake up dead.